here's the set of stickers for an AZ-1. I have a Suzuki Cara, as you know. So in this case, I'm gonna just model out of my car and probably remove the AZ-1 stickers afterwards. Although I'll probably keep the pull-up and keyholes and the other non-AZ-1 specific stickers. But I'll show you how to apply them, where to apply them, and the best way to separate the stack of stickers from each other so you have a straight piece to put on your car. Next step here, you have to separate each decal individually so you can apply it on the vehicle as needed. The smaller ones are probably easy because you could just cut this out and align it much easier than this ginormous one. This really big one here is going to be the problem because you would want to cut it out straight. Might make it easier to mount on the car, but this is the prototype here. Here we go. First thing you need is a straight edge of some sort. I have an aluminum circular saw guide. I just flipped it over and clamped it down. Holds the sticker nice and tight, and get a nice sharp blade and just slice it across. After lining this up best I could, I think I did a good job here. I'm gonna try to cut this across and hope I don't mess this up. Maybe I should do it right-handed like this. I'm keeping the blade flush up against the straight edge. Okay, looks good. Let's see what I got. Ooh, looks good. That's one. I'm not sure what I'm actually measuring for here, but it's highly scientific. Okay. I'm sure if you made this crooked, it's probably going to be okay. I'm just kind of a perfectionist and I'm OCD about that. But obviously, as you have seen, that usually doesn't go out well, and it's usually hard for me anyways. So the backing comes off. All the decals are supposed to be attached to this, the protective sheet on the front. I forget what it's called, but there's a special name for it. That way it's clear and transparent, and you can actually just do your final alignments to stick it on where you want to stick it. I'm not actually going to apply these. I'm just going to cut out the air intakes, the pull-ups, the unleaded fuel, hot air exhaust, air intakes, keyholes, whatever. I'm just going to cut these guys out and apply them as I can on the car. Clean off all your surfaces with rubbing alcohol. Just a little bit will work. It might also be easier if you actually wash the car beforehand, but oh well. I'm lazy. All right, so the hardest piece will be this huge sticker right here. I'm going to try to do my best here. I will use electrical tape because I can't find my painter's tape, so I'm just going to use this to mark off the cross here to figure out where it aligns. It's supposed to be 65 millimeters in from this top edge, and you should put one piece of tape there. Right, so 6.5 millimeters in. You want that to be on the inner edge, or the edge closest to the front of the vehicle, and that should be right about there. Take a measure again. 6.5. So stick that on. After you get the 6.5 centimeters or 65 millimeters on the front edge of the tape this way, facing the front, stick it down, and then you'll need to make a right angle with another piece of tape going horizontally across the sill, and you want it to be 90 degrees here so you can get this straight. That's why I'm not going to push this on yet. Secondly, you need to measure 40 millimeters down from the top of the sill, and that should be 4 centimeters, and apply a piece of tape across this way. I'm going to use this top edge here to measure 4, just right there. So I got to make sure that it's straight all the way across. Okay. Same thing as the other one. You want the 40 millimeter mark to be at the bottom edge of the tape. And let's use my handy dandy square here to try to make sure I got 90 degrees. Now to get 4 centimeters again on this side. I'll go more than I need again. Look at that. I did it. It's 4 centimeters. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect. As long as you're not way off, nobody will ever notice because of how low the sticker is. So just make note of that. Don't kill yourself over trying to do this. It probably was better to lift up my car on a lift, so I'm working at like eye level. But I assume most of you guys don't have a lift, and this is accessible for anyone to do. Just do it on the ground. I'm gonna straighten out this. I'm gonna straighten out this other piece right here just to make sure that's straight, and then I will apply the decal. I see why painter's tape might be better than electrical tape because it's less flexible. Okay. I made my choice. This is what it is. Next step, cut your sticker down to about very close to the edge of the letter, or very close to the edge of the 1, depending on which side you're doing. The driver's side, you have to cut all the way down to the E. The passenger side, you got to cut all the way down to the 1. I did it on both sides because I wasn't sure which one I was going to put this on. And as you can see, I messed up a little bit here, but that's fine, that's fine. It looks like I have this lined up pretty well. The sticker will, the E will be right at the black tape there, and the rest of the sticker will line up with the top of the bottom of the top tape. So let's carefully peel off the backing. Cut it so it's close to the top. I'm satisfied with where that is. And the bottom is close to the edge there, but I think the top is what matters the most because that's where that will set how far down this goes. And you line it up with the tape to kind of mock it up and take a look. That looks good. Yeah? Think so? So you ready to watch me mess this up? I'm gonna start on this side. So let's get this going. I'm gonna do it like this. Now that it's kind of on there, smooth it all out so you get your letters on properly. I goofed a little bit right here. Should be okay. Looks like it rubs out. Rub in the direction of the bubble to push it out. Okay. Rub it on. Peel the protective sheet off. Peel it at an angle so you don't peel the decal off. So I like to just push it flat against the body and apply pressure on the sticker as I roll this back. Right here, I crinkled the C a little bit. I should be able to fix that. Just gotta peel it carefully and then just apply the C where it should be. And there we go. I was able to fix the C. I cut around the plastic and peeled it from the other direction so I didn't mangle it. And that looks like it worked. Seems to be okay for the rest of this. I have a little crinkle there to sort out. There we go. The D is fixed. Looks good. Make sure you roll the bubbles out and clean your surface nicely so it's nice and smooth. Maybe clay bar the surface. I didn't do that because I don't think I'm planning on keeping this, but so that's why I didn't really care. I just wiped it down with alcohol and slapped it on. But actually, it looks pretty cool. I'll keep it for a little bit at least. So now you can peel your marking tape up and peel this off. There you go. It actually wasn't that hard. Looks pretty snazzy. Now that the hard one is actually done, The rest are pretty self-explanatory. You got something like keyhole. Keyhole goes right here. Then there's air intake, and I believe the one with the down arrow actually goes here, where the intercooler is. Then you get pull up, that would go here, right in the center of the door pull. As you can see, the original arrow's on the left, so the left arrow one is here, and then the other one has the arrow on the other side, so the arrow's on the rear side. There's an air intake with an up arrow that would go here at the front. The next one would be unleaded fuel here, and the last one would go right here, warning hot air exhaust. I'm just going to apply these and I'll go over the car again and show you what it looks like. I'm waiting for this to be remade for me, and then one day I'll have a nice one that's not all painted over and messed up. Okay, here they are. The big banner one, the midship dual overhead cam turbo exciting micro coupe AZ-1. Man, what a mouthful. The air intake, the keyhole. I couldn't do my pull-up on this side because mine's messed up. I could do the other side though. Here it is, the hot air exhaust warning. The unleaded fuel only. What's next over here? This door has both things. You get the nice pull-up and the keyhole. That's what it looks like from here. I got the front air intake. They're kind of small. You don't really notice them until you get pretty close, like right about here. Yeah. They're not that noticeable. They're definitely there. Now, are all these little stickers over the top? Maybe at first. They kind of blend in pretty well with that color. The keyhole one's barely noticeable. The pull-up's definitely not noticeable, but that's my old one. The air intake is kind of visible. That obviously is visible. But, you know, from over here, it's not too bad. Seems a little bit over the top, but what about this car isn't over the top? It's got gullwing doors. It's got a big wing. It's tiny, so it is what it is. Kind of fits the look of the car, I guess. I probably get used to it. At first, when it was just empty, I thought that looked better. That's not too bad. I thought it would bother me more, and I was going to pull them off after I modeled them, but I'll keep them on for now. We'll see. Doing this with painter's tape is a heck of a lot easier than electrical tape. So I recommend using painter's tape. And there it is. And boop. Looks good.